Good evening and welcome to the January City Council meeting. The meeting will come to order and the clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember Clifford.
Here.
Councilmember Evans.
Present.
Councilmember Gruber.
Here.
Councilmember Lightfoot.
Present, ma'am.
Councilmember Ortiz.
Here.
Councilmember Patterson.
Here.
Councilmember Spall.
Here.
Vice President McFadden.
Here.
President Scott.
Present. Ask the council please rise for a moment of silence. Councilmember Clifford, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will do a special recognition for two sports teams in our community, the Wilson High School football program and the Pop Warner Rochester Rams. I'd like to ask the mayor to join me at the podium. Also like to ask, I understand the superintendent is here?
She is. Can Superintendent Barbara Jean Williams please join us? Good evening and welcome to City Hall. We are very proud to welcome two of our most talented sports organizations in our city. We have Section 5 football champions here tonight, the Wilson Wildcats. I know I'm a proud 1995 graduate, and Councilmember Evans is a proud, what year did you graduate?
98.
98, and Councilmember Ortiz is a proud 96 graduate of the Wilson Wildcats. And so we are so very, very proud of you and Coach Greg tonight, who was named Class A Coach of the Year. Wilson is the first city team to win a football sectional championship since 2006.
Wow.
And the first team in the history of the Wilson football program to reach this amazing milestone. While winning is, of course, great and wonderful, we know that youth sports is so much more than just trophies and medals. Youth sports builds character, endurance, and good sportsmanship. Youth sports build the ability to work with others, gives an opportunity to test personal limits, and teaches that with all things and hard work, it really pays off. I think that point is well proven tonight. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
So it is my pleasure to join with the City Council President and the rest of the City Council, as well as the Superintendent, to recognize the Wilson Wildcats football team for winning the 2017 Section 5 championship, and to declare today, January 23rd, 2018, to be Wilson Wildcats Day in the city of Rochester. Would you please team come and join us?
I just want to say thanks. Obviously, this is a huge honor, and I've been coaching in the football in the city for this was year 27. I did 11 years at Edison before 17 years now at Wilson, and it's not easy what this group of kids have done this year, as you know, by the last one since 2006. And in that year, we had a pretty good run too, but we lost in the finals that year. So it's not easy. This group of kids put in a lot of time. And I'm not talking from August 14th on. I'm talking when the previous season ended all the way through. I mean, we were in camps in March and April that year getting ready. So it's a big, huge commitment in this group of kids. You know, we as coaches, we're going to do it no matter what. You know what I mean? And it's kind of, we're dependent on what group of kids show up. And this group of kids was really, really special. So they deserve everything that they've gotten this year. So thank you.
So I would just like to add my congratulations. We are so very proud of you for both your athletic ability as well as your work as students and scholars. You represent the district so well. Let's give them another round of congratulations. And thank you, Mayor, for recognizing.
And tonight, we also have not one, not two, not three, or even four, but 5 teams from the Rochester Rams organization with us. You want to do this?
This part is for me. Now, Wilson, I love you, all you Wilsonites, I do.
Wildcats, we Wildcats.
All right. But let me tell you about those Rochester Rams. Let me tell you. I'm talking about people with heart, with determination, with passion, with a commitment to get it done. They get out there, they hustle, they get the money they need for their trips. Their coaches are all that. So let me just do this the right way, though, okay? The Pee Wee Cheer and Dance Division took first place at the Pop Warner National Competition in Florida. Yeah. The Junior Pee Wee Dancers also won first place. Check this, though. Also placing first in Florida were the Junior Varsity Dancers. Yes. And the Junior Pee Wee football team won the National Division III Championship. Oh, but there's more. And if that weren't enough, the Rochester Rams varsity dancers took first place in the global competition. Yes. what talented athletes you are. You make your city very proud. And where would we be without the great Rochester Rams leadership? Trelawney McCoy, Carla Bisbee McGill, Frank Stokes. Please give them a hand. We're coming up, right? Would you join us at the podium, please? As they come up, and to the coaches and volunteers and parents who commit their time, sometimes all of their free time, to driving to practices and games and tournaments throughout the region and beyond, thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Your investment has already gone a long way in building up these incredible young superstars. And now, at this time, we're going to make two very special proclamations. We got Coach Mortier. We got these two here. Okay. In recognition of the Rochester Rams for their historic 2017 season in both football and dance, Junior Pee Wee Football National Division III Championship, Junior Pee Wee Dance National First Place winners, Pee Wee Dance National First Place winners, Junior Varsity Dance National First Place winners, Varsity Dance Global First Place winners. These historic accomplishments will be a point of pride for the Rochester community for generations to come. Now, therefore, I, Lovely A. Warren, Mayor of the City of Rochester, and Loretta C. Scott, President of City Council, hereby proclaim January 23rd, 2018 to be Rochester Rams Day.
So we are truly honored, the Rochester Rams. We service over 300 kids in the inner city of Rochester, and it just do us good to give back to our communities. I was a cheerleader. Carla McGill was a cheerleader as well, and it's good to give back to the community and to get the kids out of the city of Rochester, see if there's someplace other than Rochester, New York. We always have a prayer circle every Wednesday, and we always teach the kids that there is nothing impossible when it comes to God. There is nothing impossible. And this right here was something that was impossible. So we are truly honored that you have us here. We look forward to going back and representing Rochester in 2018 as well. Thank you.
Congratulations. We also have certificates for each and every one of you downstairs that your coaches will be handing out. So thank you all for coming. We truly, truly appreciate you all for your hard work and for all of your support. Congratulations again. We wish you the best of luck next year.
If you would adjourn to the atrium downstairs and get your individual certificates.
Thank you, Superintendent, for coming.
All right. Sure. Her desk is right. You're going to have to call it to order.
Please clear the chambers.
Move them along. Would Kitty Callaghan come to the podium along with Councilmember Lightfoot, Mayor Warren, and Acting Director Cousins?
Kitty joined the ranks of her fellow 911 colleagues at the Emergency Communications Department in 1987 and has served the department for 30 years. In her capacity as dispatcher, she fielded tens of thousands of calls that resulted in lives saved in our community. The stress involved in taking emergency calls and dispatching them to public safety agencies is rarely thought of, but a very real aspect of Kitty's job every day. Kitty's calm and professional manner has not gone unnoticed, and as a result, she has received letters of thanks from citizens and first responders alike. She has made a daily difference in the lives of our citizens of Rochester and beyond. She has been a team player, respected in her field. The Emergency Communications Department and her 911 colleagues are proud and grateful for her service. The knowledge and experience you brought to the job and the patience and caring you brought to the community will truly be missed. Best wishes to you and your family, and thank you for 30 years of exceptional service to the citizens of Rochester.
Just want to say it was a pleasure working for the city, and it made me grow, and I'm going to miss the job, but it was time to go. Thank you.
Steve.
Thank you for your service to the city and the citizens of Rochester. Would Deputy Chief Harris come to the podium along with Councilmember Lightfoot, Mayor Warren? Chief Simonelli?
Deputy Chief Wayne Harris proudly served the city of Rochester and the Rochester Police Department for 30 years. He started with the department in October of 1987 and worked his way up through the ranks from officer to sergeant to lieutenant to captain to commander and then to deputy chief. He retired as Deputy Chief of Community Relations. Deputy Chief Harris worked in various sections during his tenure with the RPD, helping to serve as an ambassador to the community. He did an outstanding job in collaborating and communicating with both colleagues and the community. He was recognized with numerous awards and letters of appreciation, not only from the RPD, but from outside agencies, local businesses, and the community. Among the awards he received are Volunteerism Award for his efforts with the Police Activities League and the New York State Conference of Mayors and Municipal Officials Award for 25 years in public service. Deputy Chief Harris applied and was chosen to attend the prestigious FBI National Academy, which he did in 2011. He has been involved with many community agencies and projects, including Teen Empowerment, Records Management Solutions, and Project Exile. We wish him well in his retirement. We thank him and his family for his service, and he will truly be missed. Thank you, Deputy Chief Harris.
So as you know, I usually don't have an awful lot to say whenever someone sticks a microphone in front of me, so I'll be brief. It was an honor to serve the city of Rochester, so thank you for allowing me the almost 31 years of service, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you for your service to the city and the citizens of Rochester. Would Officer Velasquez join Chief Simonelli and Mayor Warren and Councilmember Lightfoot?
Officer Terry Velasquez proudly served the city of Rochester in the police department for 23 years, having started as an intern with the department before officially becoming a member of RPD. He retired in December as an officer in the Goodman Section, 2nd Platoon. Officer Velasquez worked primarily in the Clinton and Goodman sections of the city and earned several recognitions, including Chief's Letters, Commendations, the Officer of the Month Award, and 2 Excellent Police Service Awards. He was also active in his community as a volunteer with the Rochester Police Hispanic Youth Baseball League. He served his community well and was known for his excellent communication skills and friendly attitude. Officer Velasquez fought his way back from 3 tough injuries to continue his duties with the police department and retired when he was ready, rather than leaving the job on disability. Officer Velasquez received numerous letters of appreciation from the community, including one that relayed a story of a couple who observed him give his wife a gift of a beautiful watch while they were out eating at a local restaurant. An older couple at the restaurant walked by Officer Velasquez and his wife and stopped to compliment them. The woman explained, "What a beautiful watch. I've been married for 50 years and my husband has never given me such a pretty watch." Officer Velasquez and his wife both laughed and smiled and congratulated the couple on being married so long. After the couple returned to their table, Officer Velasquez sensed his wife was touched by the encounter and asked her if she wanted to give the watch to that couple, and she said yes. And the watch was left with the restaurant management. When the older couple returned several days later, the wife was presented with the watch, and she was floored by this generous act of kindness. This is one of the many stories about Officer Velasquez's generosity and kindness. On behalf of the citizens of Rochester, we truly appreciate you for your service, and we appreciate your family for supporting you during your time with us. We wish you well in your retirement. Thank you for serving our citizens.
This gets harder and harder every time. I retired a month ago, and it hasn't been easy. It's a tough thing to walk away from a job like this, especially a job that I love so much. To see all these kids here gathered and being recognized by you, by City Council, it was a special moment. Mm-hmm. I've come across so many kids that take a wrong turn, and to see these kids so happy and animated, and to be brought here to City Hall, I think it's a huge thing for them. And because of that, I'm honored, I'm proud to have been a police officer for 23 years for the city of Rochester. And it's been tough. It's a decision that took me a while to make. I look back and look at all the memories, all the friends, all the people that I met, communities. It's been a really good 23 years. So thank you.
Thank you for your service to the city and the citizens of Rochester. Next, we have the approval of the minutes by Councilmember Patterson.
Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of December 19th, 2017 be approved as published in the official sheets of the proceedings.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries 9-0.
The following documents are hereby directed to be received and filed. The mayor submits the following: administrative cancellation or refund of erroneous taxes and charges, quarterly report, delinquent receivables, quarterly report, professional services agreements, quarterly report, NBD loans and grants. The council submits disclosure of interest forms from Vice President McFadden on introductory number 24, Councilmember Evans on introductory number 24, and Councilmember Spall on introductory number 11 and introductory number 12.
It's time for the presentation and reference of petitions and any other communications. Are there any petitions?
Yes, Madam President, I have 64 petitions from the Healthy Kids Initiative requesting the lowering of speed limits in residential areas.
Thank you.
President Scott, I have 25 signatures opposing Cobb's Hill Village.
Thank you. Are there any others? Thank you. Those petitions will be received and filed. And now let's move to the reports of standing committees and actions thereon. Vice President McFadden, the Finance Committee report, please.
Madam President, members of the council, the Finance Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory item number 6, authorizing agreement with Realcomm, Inc. for 311 computer telephony integration. Introductory item number 7, amending ordinance number 2017-379 regarding an agreement for state lobbying services. And introductory item number 30, resolution reappointing marriage officers. This report was respectfully submitted by Council Member Molly Clifford, Council Member Malik Evans, Council Member Michael Patterson, Council President Loretta Scott, and myself, Adam McFadden.
Thank you, Vice President McFadden. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 6, legislation for an agreement with the Realcomm for 311 computer telephony integration. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 7, legislation amending ordinance number 2017-379 regarding state lobbying services. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 30, a resolution reappointing marriage officers. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Councilmember Patterson, the Neighborhood and Business Development Committee report, please.
Madam President, member of council, the Neighborhood and Business Development Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 8, authorizing the sale of real estate. Introductory number 9, authorizing a lead agency agreement between the City Council and the Mayor regarding environmental review. Introductory number 10, authorizing the acquisition of 768 Brown Street, respectively submitted by Willie J. Lightfoot, Jacqueline Ortiz, Adam McFadden, Loretta C. Scott, and myself, Michael A. Patterson.
Thank you, Councilmember Patterson. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 8, legislation for the sale of 4 properties. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 9, legislation for the environmental review lead agency agreement. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 10, legislation for the acquisition of 768 Brown Street. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Motion carries 8-1-0. Councilmember Evans, the Parks and Public Works Committee report, please.
Yes, Madam President and members of council, the Parks and Public Works Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 11, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $232,000 in bonds of the said city to finance a portion of the cost of the cooling coil replacement project for the Joseph A. Floriano Rochester Riverside Convention Center project. Introductory number 12, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1 million in bonds of the said city to finance a portion of the cost of the replacement of the operable partition walls at the Joseph A. Floriano Rochester Riverside Convention Center project. Introductory number 13, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $500,000 in bonds of said city to finance a portion of the cost of the city's 2018 lead service line replacement program. Introductory number 14, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1.4 million in bonds of said city to finance a portion of the city's 2018 water main cleaning and cement lining project of the distribution system water main renewal project. Introductory number 15, a bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1,400,000 of bonds of the said city to finance a portion of the city's 2018 water main extension and improvement project of the distribution and Holly system water main renewal program. Introductory number 17, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $1,310,700 bonds of the said city to finance the reconstruction of certain portions of Reynolds Street and Seward Street related to the 2018 Reynolds and Seward Streets rehabilitation project as amended. Introductory number 18, bond ordinance of the City of Rochester, New York, authorizing the issuance of $334,000 in bonds of said city to finance the reconstruction of water lines along certain portions of Reynolds Street and Seward Street related to the 2018 Reynolds and Seward Street rehabilitation project as amended. Introductory number 19, authorizing an agreement with Edge Architecture PLLC for architectural and engineering services for the Central Library's Master Space Plan Phase 4. Introductory number 20, authorizing an agreement extension with the New York State Department of Transportation for snow and ice removal. Introductory number 21, authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health and the receipt and use of grant funds for lead service line replacements. And introductory number 22, authorizing agreements and funding for the Comprehensive Access and Mobility Plan. The Parks Public Works Committee recommends for consideration the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 16, authorizing agreement and pavement width change for the Reynolds Street and Seward Street rehabilitation project. Respectfully submitted, Mitch Gruber, Elaine M. Spall, Adam C. McFadden, Loretta Scott, and Malik Evans, the Parks and Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Councilmember Evans. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 11, a bond ordinance to finance the cooling and coil replacement project at the Convention Center. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Abstain.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott?
Yes. Motion carries 801. Introductory number 13, a bond ordinance to finance the 2018 lead service line replacement program. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
What?
12.
12.
It's 12.
Okay, so introductory number 12, a bond ordinance to finance the operable partition wall replacement project at the Convention Center. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Abstain.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott?
Yes, motion carries 801. Introductory number 13, a bond ordinance to finance the 2018 lead service line replacement program. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Yes.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott?
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 14, a bond ordinance to finance the 2018 water main cleaning and cement lining project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz?
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Yes.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott.
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 15, a bond ordinance to finance the 2018 water main extensions and improvement project. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz? Yes. Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Yes.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott.
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 16, legislation authorizing pavement with changes for the Reynolds Street and Seward Street Rehabilitation Project. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 17, as amended, a bond ordinance to finance the reconstruction of certain portions of Reynolds Street and Seward Street. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz? Yes. Councilmember Patterson? Yes. Councilmember Spall?
Yes.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott.
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 18, as amended, a bond ordinance to finance the reconstruction of water lines along certain portions of Reynolds Street and Seward Street. This requires a roll call.
Councilmember Clifford?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Gruber?
Yes.
Councilmember Lightfoot?
Yes.
Councilmember Ortiz? Yes. Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Spall?
Yes.
Vice President McFadden?
C.
President Scott.
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 19, legislation for an agreement with Edge Architecture for Phase 4 of the Central Library Master Space Plan. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 20, legislation for an agreement with New York State Department of Transportation for snow and ice removal services. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 21, legislation for a grant agreement with New York State Department of Health for the lead service line replacement program. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 22, legislation for the comprehensive access and mobility study. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Councilmember Lightfoot, the Public Safety, Youth, and Recreation Committee report, please.
Thank you, Madam President, and to this honorable body, the Public Safety, Youth, and Recreation Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 23, authorizing intermunicipal agreement with the Rochester City School District for after-school recreation programming, authorizing the receipt and use of funds, and amending the budget of the City of Rochester. Introductory number 24, authorizing an agreement with the Rochester Area Community Foundation for the receipt of funds for the Youth Voice One Vision program, and amending the budget of the City of Rochester. Introductory number 25, authorizing a grant agreement with the New York State Archives. Introductory number 27, authorizing an agreement for pet spay and neuter services. Introductory number 28, authorizing an intermunicipal agreement with the County of Monroe for funding of firearms instruction. The following entitled legislation is being held in committee, which is introductory number 26, authorizing receipt and use of Burn Justice Assistance Grant for the Gun-Involved Violence Elimination Research Supplement from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services. Woo! And authorizing an agreement with the Rochester Institute of Technology. Respectfully submitted by the Public Safety, Youth, and Recreation Committee, Council members Lightfoot, Ortiz, and Gruber.
Thank you, Councilmember Lightfoot. That report will be received, filed, and published, and we'll proceed with the vote. Introductory number 23, an intermunicipal agreement with the Rochester City School District for after-school recreation programming. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 24, legislation for the Youth Voice One Vision program. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0.
And abstain, Madam President.
Oh.
I abstain from introductory number 24.
801. Introductory number 24, 25. All right, which one are we on?
He abstained from 24.
Okay,
So you gotta take the
I
vote.
gotta fix my vote on that. Introductory number 25, legislation for a grant agreement with New York State Archives for the Disaster Recovery Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 27, legislation for an agreement with the Animal Hospital of Pittsburgh for spay and neuter services. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Introductory number 28, an intermunicipal agreement with Monroe County for firearms instruction. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. I will now give the report of the Committee of the Whole. The Committee of the Whole recommends for adoption introductory number 29, a resolution confirming the appointment of the Corporation Council. This report is respectfully submitted by Council members Molly Clifford, Malik Evans, Mitch Gruber, Willie Lightfoot, Jacqueline Ortiz, Michael A. Patterson, Elaine M. Spall, Vice President Adam C. McFadden, and myself, Council President Loretta C. Scott. The report will be received, filed, and published, and will proceed with the vote. Introductory number 29, a resolution confirming the appointment of the Corporation Council. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Before we move, congratulations, Mr. Curtin. Before we move to miscellaneous business, let us adjourn and convene the meeting of the Urban Renewal Agency. This meeting is adjourned. The meeting will come to order, and the clerk will call the roll.
Agent Clifford.
Here.
Agent Evans.
Present.
Agent Gruber.
Here.
Agent Lightfoot.
Present, ma'am.
Agent Ortiz.
Here.
Agent Patterson.
Here.
Agent Spall.
Agent Spall is present.
Agent Vice President McFadden.
In the building.
Agent President Scott.
Here. Reports of standing committees and actions thereon. Agent Patterson, the Neighborhood and Business Development Committee report.
This whole agent thing, I'll just never get used to it. President, Council, and Council members, the Rochester Urban Renewal Agency's Neighborhood and Business Development Committee recommends for adoption the following entitled legislation. Introductory number 1, URA 1, resolution approving the 2016-17 annual report of the Rochester Urban Renewal Agency. Respectfully submitted, Willie J. Lightfoot, Jacqueline Ortiz, Adam C. McFadden, Loretta C. Scott, and myself, Michael A. Patterson.
Thank you, Agent Patterson. That report will be received, filed, and published, and will proceed with the vote. Introductory number URA-1, a resolution approving the 2016-17 annual report of the Rochester Urban Renewal Agency. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries 9-0. Is there any miscellaneous business to come before the Urban Renewal Agency or the City Council?
Madam President, I'd just like to make note that there are 3 Edison inventors also on the council.
Amen.
President Scott, could I ask a question, please?
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
Shade, shade is real. We won the competition.
That was a great celebration. I received the letter from the city to the Dworkins today from David Dworkin, which I would have preferred to get from the city, our own folks. But I would ask that we receive a briefing and get an update on where we are with the lease cancellation and what we can expect for next steps. Can do that?
Sure.
Thank you.
If there is no additional business, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.
That's a lot of reading. Nice work.
Thank you. It's like a miracle.
Nice work.
That was a lot.